Today we are going to be ranking all of the Rocket League game modes and putting them in S through Shadow Realm tier. So I didn't make this tier list, but thanks to Chris Hollis, thank you for making the tier list. It's very nice, but it is missing a couple of things, and we're gonna talk about it. And my poor editor, which is just gonna be me in like an hour, is going to have to make a couple of these using some editor tricks. But let's get started. I wanted to do them in the order of what's on the screen right now, but so we can get started with that. We can only go so far. So let's start off with casual. I'm making a difference between casual and competitive, so we're gonna start with casual 3v3. Now, casual 3v3 is one of those modes where I can kind of just hop in, have fun. If I make a stupid challenge, as long as I'm first man, it's not gonna be a huge deal. I got two people behind me, and it can be a little aggravating, but otherwise I think it's a pretty fun game mode, so I'm gonna put it not F tier, 3v3. My mouse hates me. Okay. Now, Cash 2v2, kind of the same thing. I just go up there, play some matches, get a nice warm-up with my duo if I want to go into comp. And I think just for the warm-up reason, it exceeds 3v3 a little bit. But I do play it for fun, solo queues sometimes. And usually I don't get a toxic teammate, so usually it's good. I'm going to say S tier for 2v2. Casual 1v1. I just hate 1v1 in general, so sorry about that. But casual 1v1, I'm gonna say it's cool because of the element that I might get run into a freestyler who's really nice, and they might just give me their MMR. So even though I hate 1v1, I'm gonna put it B tier just because freestyle 1v1s are really fun sometimes. Alright, what do they have next on this thing? Gridiron is, if you don't know, the football game mode, and it's pretty fun. I do like the mechanic that if you just score it in 7 points, and if you kick it in, it's 3. It's very accurate and nice, and I do think this one adds a lot of thrill. It's great to play during football season, so I'm gonna put Gridiron, I'm gonna put it above solo casual 1v1. So the closer it is to the rank, that's means it's better than the ones before it. So Gridiron in this case is better than casual ones. Beach ball, I don't know, man. It stinks. I hate it. It's not very much fun. I'm gonna say F tier. Alright. And we got Boomer Ball. Boomer Ball, it's a lot of fun to just like have a bunch of boosts and be able to slam stuff. So I'm actually gonna say A tier. People are gonna hate me for picking Boomer Ball over solos, but it's just a lot of fun to just at the ball at all times. That's really cool. Rumble is a weird one. Initially, I thought Rumble was really fun. It does have the cool power-ups, which I thought were awesome, except for the fact that it's kind of bugged. And so, like the grappler, for instance, bumps it a rank down by itself. The grappler stinks. I hate it. But other than that, I think it's really fun. Another thing that drops it for me is just the RNG of it. Like, sometimes you just can't win a match because they all three have plungers and you've got boot. Like, what are you supposed to do in this situation? Alright. And so, also, I feel like, I don't know, the extra mode community feels more toxic to me than the normal play style community. Maybe that's just because it's in comp. I'm gonna say C tier for Rumble. Hoops, I think it's a really fun game mode. Contrary to popular belief, this game mode is really fun, and I would put it right there, honestly, over Boomer Ball. And yeah, it's a pretty fun game mode to play. Never disappointed. Love having to do aerials and at a kickoff. Drop Shot is weird. I really like the gameplay. I think it's a cool idea, and I think it has a lot of potential, but it's being held back by the fact that not only is it in just one arena, it's in a very boring arena. And it's like black and dark, and it's just like, I can't play that many modes like in a row. It just makes me like tired or something, man. I don't know. So I'm gonna put it in D tier, honestly. Snow Day. I would say Snow Days C tier. It's a kind of a goofy game mode with some weird mechanics, but it can still be fun. However, I've not played a single Snow Day match without some toxic person. Y'all hockey players need to chill. This is going under drop shot, D tier. Rocket Labs is really fun. And it's just kind of one of those fun modes that you can always play for fun. Fun is the name of the game here. So I'm going to play it. I'm going to put it in B tier above Gridiron, probably. Gridiron, go this way. Thank you. Okay. Spike Rush, pretty much like one of the best LTMs of all time. Gonna have to put it in A tier above Boomer Ball. I think that's a good spot for it. I do like Hoops better. Heat Seeker. Heat Seeker is one of those game modes where it just gets really boring really fast. So I'm gonna say C tier here. Like, if you're playing 2v2 Heat Seeker, you're just gonna get ball chased as a goalie. Demo chased as a goalie. Or you're gonna get, or you're just gonna be stuck in goal. Or you're gonna be bumping. Like, there's not a whole lot of strategy in the rank that I'm at for this game mode, so yeah. This is a really short tier list. Like, there's not as many in here as I want there to be. So I'm gonna go see if I can find a different one. Alright, this one had a few more than the other one had, so I made a different tier list, but I'm pretty sure I kept all of them the same. If yours moved, I apologize if your favorite mode moved. Alright, so this one has 5 more, and we'll just add the other ones. Sorry, me, future me, having to edit that in, but yeah, it's going to be horribly edited, by the way, just so you know. So we got the 4v4 Chaos. Now, Chaos is one of those modes that, like, if it wasn't in the game, I'd be kind of screwed because I always have 4-player parties. And I hate 2v2 private. Well, I don't hate 2v2 private matches. It's just a good game mode to play if you want to get XP and you have 4 people. I personally think the gameplay is pretty clunky. I think most people would think that, but I am a fan of it more than other people. So, I'm going to put it in C tier. Probably right there is a good spot for it, in my opinion. Alright. 2v2 Drop Shot Rumble. It suffers from the same problems as Drop Shot and Rumble. I still think it is a cool concept, so I'm going to put it right here. Knockout was a really fun game mode they introduced recently. We haven't had a lot of fun game modes recently. I personally don't like the fact that there's only one winner. I think teams would be more fun, honestly, because that's just how I am. Like, I'm not a big 1v1 person ever. And so I think, I don't know, it is really fun, but there's so many sweats. Like, I cannot get in a lobby where I don't just get absolutely swept by literally one guy who chases me 3 times. So I'm going to put it right here. I think that's, actually, I'll put it over Rocket Labs. Speed Demon. I cannot tell you what the difference between Boomer Ball or Speed Demon is. I'll put it right here. It seems meh to me. Super Cube, pumpkin thing, whatever you want to call it. I think this one's really fun. It's like Boomer Ball, but with a cube. It's gonna go actually right here. I know there's a lot of B tier, but that's kind of how it's supposed to be, right? You got a lot of great, some great, some bad, and a lot in the middle. It actually looks really balanced right now. We do need to add a few things. Competitive 3v3.
To the line, teleports there, bounces into the corner, energy still around, Justin is there for the shot, Justin! This is Rocket League!
Need I say more? It goes in S tier. Alright, competitive 2v2, just because of the MMR grind, and it's like one of my, probably the best comp matches come from competitive 2v2, and so it's also going to go in S tier. Now, we need to put some things in F tier. G-Force Frenzy. Dude, I don't know what's going on here, but G-Force Frenzy definitely lands in F tier. I want control of my car, and I can't have it, and that's why I don't like G-Force Frenzy. Which brings us to our next topic, which is Possession Rumble. Possession Rumble is the newest game mode. Hold up. Possession Rumble is the newest game mode, and it's a lot of fun. I think that it deserves probably top C tier, in my opinion. In between 3v3 Rumble and 4v4 Chaos is where I'd put it. And I think that the reasoning for that is because it's fun, but I wish it had all of the power-ups. You know, in Clash Royale, when you like use a card and then you randomly get another card out of your deck, I think that would be really cool for this game mode. Instead of just having punch, boot, and ice, you like use your punch goes away, you can't cycle to it anymore, but you get like, oh, grappler or something like that. That would make me put it in A tier, honestly. I think that would be so much fun. You know, just like drive you out of the way, just stay up in the air with spikes, plunger it away from people right as they're about to touch it, and I think that would be fun. I also think maybe 3v3 would make it so chaotic, bro. I don't like it in the experimental maps. I feel like it'd be way more fun. Well, I don't know. I have a lot of critiques about that game mode, but I think it's relatively nice, so I would put it right below Rumble. What are we missing? The Star Wars game mode is just Spike Rush, but like on the ground. But just because the map is super cool, I'm actually gonna put it in A tier, like right under Spike Rush. I just realized Spike Rush isn't on this list, but it's under Boomer Ball, I believe. Maybe not. Maybe it's above Boomer Ball. I can't remember, but I will edit it, I promise. Alright, so, yep. Anything else? Yes, we've got, no, I can't think of anything else right now. Freestyling, A tier, S tier, I think. I don't really know if that counts as a game mode, but I'm just going to include it. And competitive 1v1, I think C tier. Just because I hate 1v1 and you're not going to get a freestyler that gives you free rank. It's just so sweaty. You have to do a lot, and it has some very difficult things to learn that are pretty much only necessary in a 1v1 situation. I say 1v1 situation because you could have it necessary in a 3v3, but you're in a 1v1 situation. Shadow defense, stuff like that. I hate kickoffs, honestly. Like, kickoffs in 1v1 are probably the reason I hate it as much as I do. So yeah, and you pretty much shouldn't. I mean, a lot of people in my rank air dribble, and then I just slot it into the back of their net. There's no reason to air dribble, and that makes it sad for me. Unless you're like SSL or something. So, and GC I guess works as well. So I'm gonna say C tier, just because there's a lot of rules to follow, and I don't like rules. Use your car's proton pack to ensnare the ball and carry it to the opposing team's contaminate zone? Huh? What? I'm gonna have to say A tier. That sounds phenomenal. It's probably not very fun to play. That is kind of wild. Okay, because I guess it's just like Magnet Rush. I don't know what contaminant zone is. What is going on? If I'm missing any game modes, please yell at me in the comments. That would be really nice, because it gives me retention or whatever the heck the YouTube algorithm uses.